Welcome back, everybody. We are back for the podcast. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you there's been an issue with the podcast going to the podcast feed audio only. I hope it's taken care of this episode. Many of you have messaged us saying the last, our like prediction show didn't make it up and all that. And the last episode we just didn't make it up. Working on it. Those might not appear, so just enjoy them on YouTube. This one, I'm going to try real hard to adjust everything, and it might appear on there. It just might be a couple days late. It's a whole server-side issue on their side. Once that's taken care of, it'll be fixed. They told me a couple days, so hopefully a couple days now should be worked out. Now that that's out of the hand, we do have a good show at hand. We're going to talk Spider-Man, Supergirl, Daredevil, Fantastic Four. There's probably some stuff in between. We'll see where the conversation takes us. As always, I am your host here, Armin, and I am, as always, joined by Mitch.
Hey.
So you haven't been drafted yet, huh?
No, not yet. No. I'm still here. The shin splits are kicking up.
I was gonna say you just sent them this audio, being like, "Look at what I'm a part of. I'm not mentally capable of just holding a gun. Come on."
Well, I think apparently they're going to change the rules. So, like, if you've got before, like, you had ADHD or autism, you couldn't go, you couldn't get drafted. But now they're like, yeah, no, we don't care about that. Just get rid of the clause.
You just tell them. You just tell them you're still a fan of the MCU. They'll be like, "Oh, yep, that checks off. Can't allow him because MCU shambles."
Oh no.
I
mean, I'm expecting to have a fun time in prison anyway, because everyone's going to be there. So
don't worry, the prison community can still listen to podcasts. You could probably find a way to tune in and record still.
I mean, I think some of them in there get treated better than everyone out here. So
gonna run into I don't know, Jeff Loeb and Vince McMahon in there.
Hopefully no. Now I was going to tell them like PE kits in the wash. My mum said no, I can't do it. She doesn't know the other mum, so I can't go.
Well, I guess we're going to segue on to introducing Tristan after that one.
I had to upgrade the RAM in my PC earlier the week because a lot of the games I wanted to play, they need 16 gigs now.
Yeah. Yep.
And in smaller news, my own personal YouTube channel just crossed 1K subscribers. So there's that.
Hey, man can get monetized.
Yeah. People, go find that over on the link tree down below. You can find Mitch and Tristan's links. So go subscribe and join and do stuff.
Yep. And other than that, nothing. Just kind of mad that I had this, for my motherboard anyway, that they increased the prices before or after all the Christmas sales. So my RAM that was costing $60 to $70 now cost close to $100. So I was like, oh, okay.
Welcome to 2024 where everything costs more.
Yeah, because I have honey, and I saw when it dipped and it was around the holidays, and then it spiked right when it hit January.
Yeah, you need a RAM right now. It's 16 gigs will get you by if you're not hardcore gaming and things like that or editing. You really need 32 because I've opened up tabs and Chrome sits at 12 gigs used. I'm like, Chrome is just sitting here at the opening window. What are you using 12 gigs for?
It's to gathering all your data, right?
It must be.
All that porn you download, it's just literally just send it.
Yeah, it's just weird because as of 2024, a lot of the games on Steam are now going to 16 for minimum 16. And I was like, oh, okay, then I guess I'm gonna have to upgrade now because I've been putting it off. And then all the money and all that, I was like,
yeah. Yep, I know that. So I'm still holding out, updating anything up until this PC completely. Probably by the end of the year when the new NVIDIA 5 series come out is when I'm going to have to upgrade because this PC will be 4 years old.
Yeah, I was kind of miffed when they were waiting for AMD to see if they were going to use their new graphics cards, but then they all, oh, no, okay, then we're just going to put out the Super Series. And I was like, okay, then I'll wait another year until the 50 series comes out.
Apparently, they're waiting for AMD to put out RDNA 3 fully integrated, and then they're just going to counter. I'm like, oh, it's going to take forever because AMD's so slow. Damn. It's tough to be a gamer these days, especially if you bought the Suicide Squad game, which we're not going to talk about extensively here. But here's a quick review: 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10 if you're high. So
that's fine. Final Fantasy VII is right around the corner.
Anything,
forgot about that.
honestly. Like I went straight back to Power World. I was like, screw this. I'm gonna go
imagine
farm
playing Power World.
Pokemon. It's better than
Yeah.
this game. Trust me.
I also forgot. Was it Persona 3 Reload comes out this week too?
Oh, yeah, isn't that on Game Pass?
Yes, it's on Game Pass.
Oh, thank God! I don't have to spend money on that I don't have.
Because it's like I think it's like another close to 100 hours for that RPG.
I'm shocked the Persona game is 100
Yeah,
hours.
yeah.
I'm baffled by this new information. God damn.
Oh, well, I suppose we got all that out of the way, and we wasted 6 minutes of your people's time. So let's get to why you're here, which is the topic. So let's get right into the first one. So right off the bat, Sony took a misstep. Who could have seen this coming? Because at first
if every step is a misstep, is it actually a misstep, or is that how they walk?
Oh my God! It's like the good old if a tree falls down in the woods. That's so true for Sony. Every step is a misstep. So you guys probably remember forever ago they were like, "Look, we're adjacent to the MCU, shared universe going forward." Now Variety publishes that big article, and they're like, "Look, we've talked to Sony, and we got sources. They're pivoting. All their projects now are just going to be standalone because shared universe doesn't work anymore." So all the connections to Spider-Man and Madam Web and Kraven have apparently been ripped out now.
Oh, thank God.
But Madam Web and Kraven are still going to have those in the movie, though.
Listen,
the problem, right? They are connections to Spider-Man inherently. They can't get away from that. So can you just rip the movies out? Like, I don't condone writing movies off for tax purposes, but write them off for tax purposes. So I'll give you 2 free passes.
Madam Web is not making money. I'm sorry, it is. Oof. Yeah,
especially when what's her name? Who plays who's the lead?
Dakota Johnson.
That's the one. Yeah, the trailer comes out and a week later she's like bounced from her agency. Like,
she went to another one.
What have you guys done to me?
I love the idea that she saw the trailer. She's like, hold up. They lied. Get me out of here.
Until the trailer for her to figure that out. Like, come down.
Well, it's like reading the interview with Sydney Sweeney. She's like, I love the Avengers, so I was super excited to be a part of that universe. Oh, you poor girl. They haven't told you yet, have they?
Would they tell her when the trailer was done that this is Spunk universe. This is what we do.
This is the universe where Morbius is confronted by Vulture, who's just like, I don't care, I'm in another universe. All I care about is hunting Spider-Man, who may or may not exist in this universe. Oh God, so bad. I understand why you would want to like not connect to anything anymore, because the whole shared universe thing isn't really working, but it's really just not working for anybody besides Marvel, and even they're struggling, but their struggles aren't shared universe. Their struggles are people have largely now just run with the narrative of MCU dead, So
I mean, when you hear something enough times, you're going to eventually believe it. It's a pitfall everyone's going to have.
It's true. It's kind of crazy that's where we're at, but I don't think much of anything is going to be lost here in terms of this, because like, what was it? Just a week and a half ago, we had the confirmed reports from the trades. They were like, so what they did was they were going to make this a prequel to The Amazing Spider-Man. Then they realized the years don't work. So then they pivoted to Tom Holland's, and they realized, oh man, these years also don't work. And then they were like, what do we do? Well, it's going to be an original Spider-Man. No, wait, it's not going to be any. It's like, oh my God. Like,
it's just, if you're having it in your own separate thing, completely void of everything else, it's only connected by name. It doesn't matter who you have.
Yeah.
You can just have that actor. It's as simple as that. But the fact they can't even figure that out, it's like, it's time for Sony to let go of Spider-Man.
Agreed.
Completely.
Just here's what they need to do. Give Spider-Man back to Marvel wholesale, all the characters, Venom and everything, and just say, we just want 30% of whatever film these characters we have, in terms of box office, just like the Spider-Man deal. They get 30% of the box office take after it's all subtracted. just make an agreement with that with every Spider-Man related character, give them back to him, be like, okay, we can now just coast on free money for the rest of eternity. Like,
Yeah.
because I mean, instead of spending 100 million on Madam Web or whatever, you could let Marvel make a Spider-Woman movie and just make 30 million easily of profit every time they make 100 million. Like, it seems like a no-brainer. Like, that's exactly what I would do. Just be like, screw it, give it back to them, let them do it. Like, and I think this is going to show that people have realized we're not falling for Sony's garbage.
I mean, you hope so, but then Venom 3 is out this year, and we had the same conversation for Venom 2. And then Venom 2 made money, and it's just like, oh, for God's sake.
Yeah.
I mean, did like Sony learn? Because the internet, like, just
Sony can't learn. They have they're in that classroom in school.
like they just got gaslit by Morbid Time and lost even more money. So
that was amazing.
Literally gaslit themselves. That's the level we're dealing with here.
When somebody says, if you're going to finish these French fries, and you say, I want these French fries, Venom meme. It's, exactly. So, you know what? I don't want to talk about Spider-Man and the dead corpse of Sony, like, husk there drying out. And
speaking of gaslighting, can you follow this mentality into the group and not cape?
Don't listen. I got a grift going on here. Okay. And some people are falling for it, so I'm gonna
time for the grift to end, please.
It will end when I see the movie, unfortunately. So we'll talk about that soon. But what we do got to talk about on the positive side of things is Daredevil Born Again now. We got new set photos. It was confirmed by all the big trades. Bullseye is 100% back. The set photos reveal White Tiger, who looks straight out of a Netflix budget, which is on point. Like, let's just admit that this is now season 4 in everything but name. It is just season
Daredevil season 4 again.
Yeah, it's I'm okay with it, honestly. Like, it is what it is. Fine.
It's what everyone was expecting it to be. Obviously, maybe it wasn't exactly like a season 4, but it's
yeah.
But getting more Daredevil.
You get more Daredevil, Punisher, like Bullseye's back, Kingpin running for mayor. He wins at the end of the series because we saw the celebration that's like New Year's and it's like Fisk is mayor. It's like, okay, so he's gonna win. They're not gonna change that. Like, we kind of know a lot of the elements of this, and everything is sounding pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's I think exactly what people want.
I'm also expecting like an episode cut to happen. So instead of like 18, we drop down to 13 or something. Because you're paying more actors, right? So your budget's going to be lower regardless.
Yeah.
But if you're going back to like how they like were on Netflix, then hey, could go for like 13.
Mm-hmm.
Give me one more episode 7 where it's just Karen. And nothing happens for an hour.
I mean, if they're going back to Netflix, I expect, like, if there's 18 episodes, minimum of 6 episodes has to be Charlie Cox laying on a couch with his ribs hurt. Like, that has to be a staple in this. I want it to be authentic to Daredevil, so.
He's got Claire hitting the boo-boos.
Exactly. It's got to happen. So, now, what do we make of White Tiger here? Because...
I mean, it's been rumored for ages. I just expected it from the beginning, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. I'm here. I'm not going to judge the suit because I don't even know if that is going to be the actual suit.
I have a feeling that's just the first time you see the character suit and not the... Like, it's like the Daredevil season 1 suit as opposed to what he gets in the end. I'm assuming that's the line here. It's like, oh, by the end, he's going to have a proper White Tiger suit. Or maybe she. It's rumored we could be getting both.
She.
So,
I imagine they're going to go from the he to the she.
Yeah.
It'll be woke. And people will cry
about it. No! Daredevil woke again. Why? Why?
Yeah, that's my prediction for that. I'm with you.
Honestly, yeah.
I mean, I've got faith in Marvel suit department, despite the Captain America business. But
Yeah. It's I like that at least you can tell it's a street level hero just by looking at it.
Yeah.
It's like it fits that whole universe feel. And again, we don't want it to feel too jarring because since Daredevil is canon, this is picking up like 5-6 years after the events of Daredevil season
Oh
3.
no, it's way after that, surely.
Hold up, 2018. Oh yeah, because they're in like 2027 in the MCU. Damn.
I think they're 26, isn't they?
Yeah, I think 26, 27. They're borderlining there. So wow. Yeah, it's gonna be like 8 to 9 years. That's okay. It kind of makes sense.
Because I think
Yeah.
they said Jessica Jones season 3 is right before the blip.
Right. Yeah. All the shows are right before the blip. That's where they like within a
Yeah.
year. So wow, it's gonna be crazy to see.
It's been a long time.
Character development, obviously. We also found out it's officially, Nelson, Murdoch, and Paige, which is really cool because that was the ending of the 3rd season. And Foggy holds up that little piece of paper that says that. It's like, oh, sweet.
Yeah, that's my one problem with everything. I don't believe they can afford that sign.
Yeah, they've
No,
clearly
there's no
money.
way. There's no way they can afford that little fancy sign.
Just wait, because there's going to be a line in the show where they're like, "Wow, how did we afford that sign?" And they're like, "Oh, the Stark
Mr.
lady
Stark
sent it to us." Yeah, exactly. Stark sent it to us.
Someone's getting a pay cut.
Karen.
I mean, Foggy got a haircut. Does that count? No.
It costs more money to get a haircut.
Yeah, tell me about it. Goddamn.
He got it for free from Melvin, because when he's making suits, he's also giving haircuts.
Smart.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Now, the most important question I got for this entire season, and if they don't do it, they fail. Is Turk coming back? Because he best be back.
I mean, funnily enough, the scoopers are trying to say that Turk's coming back, but only as a cameo. And it's like, he was only a cameo anyway.
Yeah, he's always a cameo. He shows up, the new hero foils his plans, and he goes, "Oh, I'm moving in this part of the city." And then the next hero foils his plan.
Yeah. How I don't know why people act like Turk had this massive role. He's just literally there to be there. But
revisionist history.
I hope he's back.
Same.
We got White Tiger coming into it. Just have White Tiger do the Turk cameo.
Yeah, that'd
or
be
Turk
amazing.
is White Tiger. Have a twist.
What a twist!
I'm tired of everyone. We're doing it myself.
Wow, we got M. Night Mitchell on over here with the twists. This is amazing stuff. So, yeah, look, Daredevil Born Again is shooting right now, very much in the public. We'll probably be talking about this series every week from set leaks at this point until they go more closed sets from the streets of New York.
Yeah, because Daredevil's a new Deadpool. Like, they can't do anything without having some kind of picture or video.
100%. So, we'll see what happens next. But we are now going to talk about the casting of Supergirl, because we found out that Rhaenyra Targaryen, Millie Alcock herself, was cast as Supergirl. So cool. Yeah, I've seen her in one thing, and that one thing has convinced me that she's good enough to do this. So okay.
I've seen her in one thing. She was literally the only good part of that one thing I saw. So cool. Yeah.
Oh man, it's for people wondering what we're talking about. We're talking about House of the Dragon, the Game of Thrones spinoff. So
unfortunately, yeah. The only thing that anyone's ever seen her in, I imagine.
I would imagine so. Although there's going to be that hipster being like, "Oh, you didn't see her in this indie film that 17 people saw?" No, I didn't. Sorry.
Funny that. No.
So the other interesting news that came out of this was James Gunn confirming, before we get to see her in Supergirl, she will appear in multiple other projects.
Does that include animation and video games? Because I saw that he was talking. He was talking about that and seeing how they could set that up.
Right.
I mean, I assume Superman Legacy, right? I think
Superman Legacy.
He's cast 100%. Now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna throw a curveball in there and say probably Peacemaker.
I can see it. Yeah.
they said, he's like, oh, it's definitely by the end of it, he's in the DCU, and I don't want to spoil it. It's going to be a moment. It's like, I could see her there, and maybe like animated something that's coming out. We don't know what. Like,
imagine he pulls it, because obviously Peacemaker's still currently in the DC EU,
right?
Snyder stuff. He actually has her be his Supergirl.
I mean, that would work. Yeah.
Then you keep the whole she's from a different reality sort of thing.
Yeah. I could. Whatever they do, I trust that they're coming up with good concepts, because there was still a lot of people that were doubting the reports that we're going to get Supergirl cast, because her film was rumored to be entering production by the end of this year. James Gunn did not debunk that, though. He debunked other things related to Supergirl, but not that. So maybe there's still a chance they could start when the year is ending. Like, who knows? I mean,
probably.
Yeah, things are moving. Like, there's definitely things happening, even though, like we talked about it last week, there seems to be some internal problems, but that's going to happen no matter what. Like, it's a new studio that's been, built up from the ground up. So it's going to have some stumbling blocks, but I trust that
it's Hollywood. There's always going to be problems.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, now that we know she's been cast, what's your hopes for this character in this universe? Because obviously she's very young. So they cast her knowing that, hey, if this thing goes, she's going to be here for like 20 years. So, it's like,
how old is she? She's like 26, isn't she, Samuel?
She's young, so she's got time to grow into this role, just like David for Superman. Like, they're not casting people close to 40, which kind of doomed Ben Affleck's Batman at the time. I was like, oh, come on.
Oh, she's 23. I was only 3 years out.
I was thinking 25. I don't know where I guess math couldn't math when I saw her age. So
I just assume she's got to be mid-20s.
Yeah.
I mean, fingers crossed for her that it all works out. I don't want any bad movies out of any of these studios.
Right. Same. And also, like, looking at her, she gives me like that Tom Holland vibe where you can take 10 years off her age and completely buy. Like, if somebody was to be like, she's 18, I'd be like, yep, that checks out. Like,
she's got one of those baby faces you could probably keep eternally going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So honestly, I think that's kind of all we got to say about Supergirl. We're excited it's happening. We got the casting. We just kind of know that things are moving smoothly for Superman by all accounts. So I'm assuming the next update is going to be James Gunn being like, we're starting production on X day. Here you go. And then from there on, it's going to be, leaks and everything. So we're close.
I hope he gets out in front of everything and just shows us the suit.
Same. Yep.
Have the suit reveal be the production date reveal.
Just like Deadpool 3. Just like that. Ryan Reynolds, they were so smart to let Ryan do that. It's like, guys, it's going to get out and people are going to laugh and people are going to complain and people don't understand it. Put the official photo out, and then that helped, So it's, I'm excited. I am excited by this. So we'll talk more about Supergirl and Superman soon. But MCU shambles continues this week with the Fantastic Four.
Okay, of course.
So I can't honestly keep count anymore, but another set of writers has been brought on board to overhaul the script. Man.
I would say, what is going on with this movie? We're never getting Secret Wars, I tell you.
Look, at this rate, this thing is being delayed again. I'm sorry to tell you, I want to remain positive, but this thing is it is not hitting May of next year. I am sorry. Captain America is falling into that May spot.
Yeah.
Especially, think about this. Thunderbolts starts shooting in a couple of days, and Fantastic Four is due out before Thunderbolts. I am sorry. Fantastic Four is getting to. Oh, yeah. Fantastic Four is next May. Yeah. And Thunderbolts
before Fantastic Four.
Wait, did they move them around again?
Well, yeah, the last big announcement.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Hold up. There's an update now. Let me look at this. It
was updated months ago.
So, okay.
Like the last D23, whenever it was.
So we got Captain America February, Fantastic Four May 2nd, and Thunderbolts July 25th. So yeah, Thunderbolts is after Fantastic Four.
When was that?
Yep.
I need to actually pull my finger out and start reading stuff.
Because remember, Thunderbolts was supposed to be this November, but it got bumped back. Because I'm looking at it right now because Variety has their update. Oh my god.
Though I did see some when they were talking about the reshoots and cutting stuff out, I did see that there was some subset of the fan base like kind of upset, but it was mostly just because it's that more than likely everything with Seth Rollins is going to be on the cutting room floor. So
I mean, yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, Captain America is doing like what 5 or 6 months of reshoots this year. I mean, they're shooting the entire film again.
I was gonna say they're remaking the movie.
Yeah, from what people are claiming, that essentially most, if not all, the Serpent Society footage has been completely cut out of the movie.
I mean, I don't believe that in the slightest.
I mean, they didn't look like the Serpent Society, so if that's what they want to do, fine. Like, I'm not opposed to it. You know,
I mean, of course they're not going to look like the Serpent Society. Look at the Serpent Society. Come on now. No one actually wants that.
Well,
no, we do not grift on this channel, sir. We do not grift on the channel. Take that for the group. No one wants those suits.
But you know what? Grown people running around as snakes?
No. I'm not scaly, so no.
Trust me, I guarantee that they're going to pivot to that aspect of it. They're going to make them look more like snake people instead of, I don't know, people with trench coats, which is like, bro, did you like apply the Fox budget to this? What is this? You know, it's, I don't know. The MCU seems to be having a hard time right now, and most of it seems to be Fantastic Four, honestly. Like, it's the third director, I think, now or something, or I can't remember.
Third?
Hold up, there was John Watts, and then was it Shackman, or was there somebody in between the two? I can't remember. I might be thinking of another MCU project.
Who's doing it now then?
I believe it is Matt Shackman, right? From WandaVision.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's 2. Okay. So I must have confused the 3 with another project that they were working on.
I think you're thinking of Blade.
Oh, that's it. That's it, Blade, because that's gone through. Oh, what is happening with Blade? Because that's due out next November. That is not happening next November. I'm sorry.
That will happen. Blade's going to be done for like 20 mil. It's going to have the Echo treatment. It'll be done for nothing. Not quick and dirty.
It's just going to be Marshall Ali just swinging swords and they CG in terrible vampires for 2 hours. They're done.
I mean, people love Blade 1, and that's exactly what that movie is.
It's true.
No, not trashing Blade 1. I love that movie, but that's exactly what that
Same.
movie is.
But yeah, that's kind of what it is.
I mean,
Yeah.
They have a whole year really to sort stuff out. They're obviously going to delay everything again because
exactly.
So at this point, like, just I think part of their problem is trying to fix it as you're going along, right? It's
right.
Not to make a Destiny comparison, but it's no different to Bungie in that game. Like, it's kind of hard to fix a live service game when you've got to like work so far in front, and that's kind of what they're doing with this.
Right.
Like, when you have too many things going on, you can't make changes that quickly. You have to wait a few years. But now they've got like a year off, basically. Just sit down, relax, pull yourself together again, and go from there.
Yeah. So again, when we know more, we'll talk about it. But it seems like Fantastic Four and the reports that it starts shooting in February. No,
I mean, they got time. They got time.
We'll see. We will see.
Hollywood moves quick. It's crazy.
It's true. It is true.
No,
that is true.
Wasn't it Shaq when that was like, oh yeah, we have a cast that we announced after, like, as soon as the strike ends?
Yep.
Let me check my watch for how long ago the strikes were.
Yeah, it's been like 2 months. So, yep, that's that. Yeah. But
I was about to say no, it's been longer than 2 months, and it's like, actually no, it's probably when did it actually end?
Well, it hasn't been longer than 2 months since Sony decided to do something stupid, and we're here to talk about Spider-Man 4 because Sony has decided, allegedly, that just make No Way Home 2.
I mean, of course, it's of course you're going to do that, right?
Like they're
You
gonna
just
fully go
made
through
like
with
the
it?
biggest Spider-Man movie ever made, and everyone loves it. Apart from what people on Twitter want you to believe.
If they go through with it, what is it gonna be about?
Who cares? It's got Toby and Andrew in it.
Yeah, that's all people want, honestly.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
We have a villain that hasn't been seen in live action. There you go. That's what it's going to be about.
It's gonna be
I
multiversal Scorpion, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean,
I can't.
I
That's
wouldn't
the
hate it.
worst.
I wouldn't hate it. I'm just saying right now, I wouldn't.
And watch, Sony's going to be like, no, you got to add Vulture and address that he met Morbius, and he's got to team up with Scorpion in the MCU, and we're also going to bring back Rhino. We're just going to use the villains we didn't bring back last time in this one. And what can Marvel Studios say? They can't say no, because then they lose the character. Like, that's exactly what happened with the last deal. You know, it's like, Sony. Like, how about this? Interim stop, Spider-Man 4, grounded personal story involving street level heroes like we all want, and then at the end tease another multiverse and make Spider-Man 5 one, but don't force it into the next one. Like, that's so counterintuitive to everything we set up with No Way Home. That would undo No Way Home for me, honestly, because it's like, oh, they're just back. Oh, cool, let's do this again. Because then what does that mean for the next film? Again, you got to repeat, because more money. Like, it becomes diminishing returns at one point where it's just going to be like, oh, Andrew and Toby are back again.
So if you have to do it, don't bring back Andrew and Toby. Just do the Spider-Verse crossover.
Yes, 100%. 100%. That's the way.
Bring in a Miles, bring in a Gwen, bring in what's his face who plays Peter Parker in that, or Peter B. Parker in that movie.
Yep.
Jake Johnson, whatever he's called. Right. Bring those lot in. Go on from there. Because then you can kind of... You can do something interesting with that Miles and MCU Peter.
Oh, you could. 100%. Yeah. 100%. Like, it's... I think I understand why Sony would want it, but again, I think, like you, I'm leaning on the just use the Spider-Verse characters, bring them into live action, and then go with that. And then down the road, you can make an even bigger whole live action Spider-Verse film, but introduce that concept here, because it sounds so creatively bankrupt to want to go back to that. And the fact that some people are saying it's not, it's like, but you're saying the MCU is creatively bankrupt with this, but not that. No, this is the most creatively bankrupt Spider-Man story you could possibly do again. It's just nothing
this
there.
This is Dan Slott going back to Spider-Verse before he gets off Spider-Man again.
Yep. That's exactly how it is, I think. And that's unfortunate, but...
Especially when you know they're going to meet again in Secret Wars. Like, let's not do it again. Like,
exactly.
You don't have to do it so close together.
Right. It's just, I don't know, like... And we also had that announcement recently, you know, a couple times. Sony has teased every time they're talking about Beyond the Spider-Verse, they keep mentioning, well, don't worry, because Miles Morales live action, it's going to happen. It's like, all right, that's still a Sony project. So it's that gets me
so we still can look how that's going.
Yeah.
But I think that's more on Amazon. But...
I also remember they're making El Muerto still, so that's...
Oh, they are? They don't have anybody.
Yep. It's coming.
I'll believe that when I see it. That's just
same. Yep. So I don't know, to kind of like just settle on this whole Spider-Man thing. I want at least one film that's just Peter in the MCU again, like Spider-Man Homecoming with MCU, you know, moments and characters that appear in it. 5, I would also want something akin to that. But if we can't get it, do that, because then eventually they still got to deal with the symbiote in the MCU. And you know Sony's going to push that for whatever the next film is after Spider-Man 4. So they're kind of stuck listening to Sony's bad ideas. Like,
I mean, it's the thing, right? How much of an input does Sony actually have with those Spider-Man movies?
yeah, I would
Because
assume the contract.
none of them ever felt like a Sony movie.
Yeah, that is true.
There's never any really a Sony idea in there.
Outside of,
really
hey, Venom needs to show up and be sitting in a bar and then be zapped back like that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's the only moment.
But then that you could say quite easily that Sony wanted Venom in there. Marvel's like, okay, like we'll put him in there. Don't you worry, trust us.
Right, yeah.
And then you get that right. Like it's what Raimi should have done with Spider-Man 3, but
well.
But I don't know. I don't think you're gonna have No Way Home 2 straight off the bat. I don't think they're gonna go that
hope
hard,
not.
that fast again.
I hope not, but I don't trust Sony anything Spider-Man level-headed or let cooler heads prevail, because all Tom Rothman now, all he's seeing is, hey, if I make another $2 billion hit, I stay as CEO and get myself another, $80 million bonus at the end of the year like he did the last time. So it's like, Rothman.
It's always white guys and money.
Always. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting story to follow. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited for more Spider-Man, but I just want more Spider-Man street level Spidey. And what gets me wrong, like what rubs me wrong about this is that we spent the first 2 Spider-Man films in the MCU with the think pieces and the video essayists being like, MCU Spider-Man bad because Spider-Man should always be working alone and nobody should help him. Suddenly, No Way Home, they're like, oh, flip-flop on that one. It's perfect. And now they're like, no, we want this. We want more of this. It's like, it's counterintuitive to the argument you had for the first 2 films. Like, it's just complain about getting...
It's always how it goes.
Always. It's just a pattern. It's a repeating It's like a mental illness at this point. I can't explain it, It's like me with Madam Web, the greatest film this year.
What, mental illness?
Yeah, exactly. I clearly have some sort of mental illness being excited for that film. So,
Someone get this man some therapy, please.
That's where I'm going right after this. I got to go check in.
Is that how you can dodge a draft? Can I get a subscription with that?
I like Madam Web. Oh, he's clearly insane.
Sorry, boys, I can't go. Why not? I have Madam Web tickets. Oh, sorry.
Oh, this guy's going to shoot his own troops. Don't let him in.
You need to show up with Madam Web merch all over.
What merch?
I'll do it.
You can make it at home, man.
Make it at home because they ain't making it.
Show up in a shirt, pants, get a popcorn bucket. There you go.
I mean, what's like more degenerate, like in Madam Web or buying that Dune popcorn bucket?
That's
because we all know Americans someone's putting the.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Someone's getting stuck in the middle of the fucking theater.
100%.
Because like one of the employees is gonna wonder why this guy wanted a half-filled bucket of butter.
Oh man. Well, speaking of butters of popcorn, Madam Web releases in like 2 weeks. Absolutely nobody's going to see that film, so we'll talk about that box office and its effects on Spider-Man going forward.
3 people that have brought tickets, and those 3 people have all said they are literally the only ones in the theaters.
I haven't even checked, and quite honestly, I don't need to because I know I'll be able to get any seat I want the day it opens. Just like with Aquaman and the Marvels, nobody was there for either one. So, yeah,
the Marvels deserve better than that.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Oh man. Well, I suppose that's it for Spider-Man talk, everybody. So, this has officially brought us to the end of this show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We think we had good topics. We got a decent topic in there. Yeah.
It's the same as every week, right? It's what it is.
True. That is true. So, hopefully we'll be back next week. Hopefully it's as eventful of a week as it has been this week. Like, we didn't even talk about Thunderbolts because, okay, they got a new Sentry, but I've never seen him in act in anything, so I couldn't really cover that, really. So.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Dude, I keep forgetting Thunderbolts exists because I'm literally not excited for that film. I'm just like, oh yeah, that exists.
I mean, I like that they've confirmed Sentry without actually confirming Sentry.
Yeah.
Oh, there was rumors that Matthew Vaughn was interested in making Superman Red Son.
Yeah.
I mean, Matthew Vaughn can just not direct anything ever again. I'll be happy.
Boo this man! Boo this man!
Have you seen the second Kingsman movie?
Yes.
It's awful.
Yeah, well, I think I don't know if he's like trying to lobby for it to happen because like it's saying that his initial pick for Superman would be Cavill. So yeah, I'm not,
so yeah, he can just not make a movie ever again because what horrendous taste that man has. First he made X-Men First Class, and then he made Kingsman 2. Like, please no.
Whoa! First Class is the best X-Men movie we've ever got.
Which isn't saying anything.
It's still in the Fox pantheon of X-Men films. It's the high bar, so it's
this
as solid
cleaner than the rest. Therefore, it's the best.
It's as solid as a 7.5 out of 10 film gets for Fox, which is credit to them for at least getting that.
7, that's a high number for that movie.
Oh, look, they averaged like a 4, okay? So, do you remember Dark Phoenix or New Mutants? Yeah, exactly.
I never saw New Mutants.
Oh, wow, you are lucky. You are a lucky soul.
I mean, not really lucky. I was the only one excited for that movie, and then, yeah,
it's saving quality is definitely not racist magic, because yeah,
I heard about that. That was apparently a choice.
Yeah, it was. So there it is, everybody. Remember, go out there, try to avoid anything Fox related, I guess, and I don't know. Go see Madam Web if it's out this week. Hold up. When is it out? I guess it's the week after next. Oh, man. Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah. You're free for 10 days, then Madam Web is out, and I'll have to talk about it.
What is Madam Web tracking at
now? Web box office.
It must have sunk. Does it even have a number?
Box.
I want to say Deadline had it at like 29 mil or something like that, but I'm kind
Yeah. Wow, it's amazing when you type in Madam Web box office predictions. The first thing that pops up is talking about Venom 2. Why?
Ooh, I thought you were going to say it's only got like one result, like you find a Google whack.
Ooh. This is worse than I imagined. It's estimated in its entire run to make between 50 to 100 million.
Oh, as much as that? Okay.
Oh, this thing is going to be the next Green Lantern. Jesus Christ. How?
I mean, it hasn't got the budget of Green Lantern, so.
Oh, true. That was like 500 million. So, it's, yeah. Well, I don't know how to end this. So, it's webbing time, everybody. It's webbing time.
Swip.